I never want y'all to feel like a secret because I know I only keep y'all inside. We're going outside. I'm going to see this hair store here in Jacksonville. I went there before and it was like, come back. And I was like, I'm gonna come back. And I have not been back. We're going today. And I did just come back from the gym. And if you're looking for sweat, there is none, okay? I am not training for the Olympics, for the triathlon, the decathlon, or none of that. I'm one of them people who come back and it looked like I jumped in a pool. Sorry, this is not a fitness channel. I am also gonna give y'all a story time. And today I'm gonna talk about how they violated my rights in the county jail. Now, before we jump into all that, before we get to the hair store, I want to make this clear. It's just me telling my personal stories. And this is not to promote violence or crime or going in the system or anything like that, even though these stories are funny because, you know, your girl I just have personality. Crime is not a joke. The system is not a joke. And you should abide by every single law of the land and avoid going to prison. It is not fun. Do not go. I am not promoting that by any means necessary. My goal on this channel is to bring awareness to what happens in the system. A lot of people don't know. But I also want to motivate and encourage people not to go. And also for people who have been, to let them know that it's not the end of the world. It does feel like that, and some days I cannot convince myself that it's not the end of the world, but my goal is to motivate and to encourage you to keep going. So without further ado, let's go to the hair store. And if y'all thought I was going to change my outfit, this is what I wore to the gym, this is what I'm wearing to the hair store. Y'all see the gym body. I'm taking this with me and not my Sony. The Sony is big. Let's go. I only have 27 minutes worth of footage room on this camera. That's why I have so many memory cards. I have 68 miles to the gallon. 6.4 miles. That ain't bad. I will literally not go somewhere if it means that I have to go get gas. Every time I get in my car, I have to get saved again because, God, I know you love everybody and all that, but when I be in the car and I be driving, I can't see high. I be having to repent every time I drive. Let's go inside. Get the store. Look at this. They got nails. They got jewelry. Look at that big R. Look at that. Y'all know I love me some costume jewelry. They got the lashes. Look at all of this jewelry. This is earrings. That's a piercing. Oh, I might need to get me some. Oh, they got the piercings for the ears, the bar. And then this is like the tongue rings and the eye piercings, belly button piercings. They have everything. Okay, clock that T. Oh, I like this little set right here. I love this down. Y'all know a two-piece hate to see me come. Oh my God, look at this gold tote. How much is this bag? I'm about to snatch the mannequin down. Look at this cute two-piece right here. PSD sets. Oh, they even got fives. No. Ooh, they got the little booty lifter in beige and in black. This is the rest of the clothes. Y'all look at all these bows. And look at all this braided hair. It keeps going. They literally got everything in here. Then they got the hair over there that people be using for quick weaves. They got the twist hair for the locks. Bruh, everything. Look at all these different lengths and colors. They got the Saga hair, the purple pack, pure Remy. They got the Janet collection, the Remy Dreamweaver, the glossy hair. It just keeps going. What? Is it giving curly? Is it giving that I need some curls?
Stuff you cannot find nowhere else. More inventory coming soon. Those stuff. Everything.
I don't think I've ever seen this much.
Right here. There's more right here. Popular line stuff. I know y'all heard of this. Yep. This one. Gonna have you smelling like heaven in here.
The overstock go crazy.
What is it called? What's Bath and Body Works? Say no more to that. Yeah, say no more to that.
Oh, they about to put Bath and Body out of business.
Hey, this whole thing finna be
Hold on, this look like it smells good.
Hair Depot is ready.
This smells so good. It smells like sweet roses. Bro, look how pretty this bottle is. And this y'all know this is the viral Yara. Look at this bottle. I just want the bottle just to sit on my shelf. Look how cute that is. And then this. Come on now.
For my girl right here, she's the best. Our Instagram is Hair Depot Jax. Go follow it. We post some funny skits, some sales. Follow her first. Subscribe to her, then follow us. Because she's
Smell this. So I've been seeing this all over social media. Look how cute this bottle is. And they make it seem like it smells so good. It has like the Arabian on the back. And then it has the English on the front. And it says Kadalaja. Lodge. I don't even know if this is a tester. Look how cute this little, it's just like a piece of glass. Like, that's so classy. It really do smell good. They wasn't lying, y'all. Ooh, it smells sweet. It reminds me of that song, Better Tastes Like Candy. The male version, I ain't never seen this one. So let's smell it. This right here smell like you own oil rig, like you own 5 of them. They got like 100 different kinds of these fragrances. I didn't even know there was a yellow Yara. I didn't know there was a yellow one.
Go ahead. Hit it one time.
I was leaving. I spent way more time in there than I should have. Let's get into this story time. If you did not watch my last video, actually my last 2 videos, then you might want to go watch it because you're going to be a little confused. So I'm in confinement at this time. I done showed my behind so many different times, so many which ways. It really didn't make no sense. I was aggravated, I was angry, I did not want to be incarcerated, and I was taking it out on them people like it was their fault. Like they was the reason why I was sitting in the county jail. But at that point, I was not really ready to take accountability for the part that I played. So I was blaming everybody. I used to act out really bad in confinement because like I told you, the restraint that I had at first, once I cussed her out, I no longer had restraints. Anytime I thought something that came up, like anytime somebody pissed me off, I didn't even try to restrain myself. And so it got to a point I was racking up DRs. So a DR is a disciplinary report. Basically, when you get in trouble, it's like a referral in school. So you get the DR, you go to your hearing, and then they sentence you to how many other days in confinement, depending on what the penalty is and how much it weighs. So at this point, I have like 4 DRs. This is not normal. People do not do this. People try to avoid getting in trouble, even though they're locked up. You would be surprised how law-abiding inmates be. Let me tell you what I mean by show out. So when I say show out, I mean if I'm in the middle of doing something, like say I'm talking to somebody and it's count time and they like, you ain't supposed to be talking. I'm spazzing. I'm cussing them out like a dog. Now, I'm not supposed to be talking during count time. Or if they passing out mail and I ain't got no mail, I'm cussing them out like it's their fault that my family did not write me. I was unhinged. So when I say these people violated my rights when I was in the county jail, it wasn't like I was just Mother Teresa and they was abusing their authority. Baby, I earned a lot of the disrespect in the way that I was treated. Like, I deserved a lot of it. And honestly, if it was me, like, I probably would have broke my little, like, girl, please. I got a DR for flooding the cell. They wouldn't let me out to take a shower. So when you're in confinement, you're locked behind the gate. And in order for you to shower, use the phone or anything, because you get like an hour out. So for your hour, you come out, they lock. Mind you, I'm in a cell with everybody else. We're just in a cell that's closed all the time. But the day room we share with people who are in regular population. When we get out of confinement to roam and have an hour of recreation and get on the phone, take our shower and all of that, they're locked in the cell. They're losing an hour of their day because they can't remove us and put us in solitary confinement downstairs because they have juveniles down there. Y'all was good outside. I might take y'all more often. Where was I? I was immature and just wasn't quite ready to learn the lesson that I was ultimately gonna learn. When you're in confinement, you get 3 showers a week. They say that it is not unconstitutional as long as they allot you 3 showers. So them people used to deny me showers because I used to be making their shift hard. These people go from coming, serving trays, relaxing, going home, to now they got to keep responding to the buttons being pressed because somebody is showing they behind. So I'm making them work every shift. So they did what they could. And it would be for the craziest reasons. They will pick a time where I'm asleep and be like, oh, this is the hour. And they'll be like, oh, well, we tried to give you a shower or we tried to give you time out at this time, but you was asleep. It is what it is. I got to the point, and when they would deny my shower, I just go ham again. I'm talking about, I used to cuss so good. Like, when you go low, I go all the way to hell. Not no more. I remember this one time, y'all, I had flooded these people's cell because they had denied my shower. I had water everywhere. It got to the point where I stopped getting DRs. Like, I would show my behind. They would handcuff me, take me downstairs to booking so that I could calm down. They would let me calm down. They would take me back upstairs. And then I was looking forward to getting a DR because it made me feel relieved. Like, it made me feel good that I was making the people's life miserable, which is very sad to say, but it's the truth. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it just because I'm a different person. It made me feel good to make them miserable. So I used to look forward to me getting my DR, and the DRs wouldn't come, and I'd be like, where's my DR? Where's my DR? And they just stopped writing me up. They just took me downstairs to calm down, and they brought me back upstairs. And people's like, I'm not gonna keep doing paperwork on this crazy possessed lady. They just stopped. So I got to 5 DRs. I was up to 120 days in confinement at this point. It got to the point where I was showing out so bad, those people stopped taking me downstairs. Like, I would show my behind and they would just ignore me. I would be in there going ham, going off, cussing them out. Like, they'll be coming in and I would be cussing them out. It was to the point where even when I seen the captains and stuff, the captains didn't even do nothing to me, but I'm cussing them out just because you law enforcement. You them boys. So the captains will be coming in the bubble and I'll be pressing because you got an intercom. I'll be pressing the intercom and I'll just be cussing out the captains like, something's wrong with me. Something was wrong with me. So when I tell you that these people was doing this stuff, I was not a law-abiding citizen. Like, I was not a model inmate and they was just taking advantage of me. I was in there really like giving them people hell. I done flooded the cell and everything, and they didn't even bother. They ended up cutting the water off in my cell. So I done flooded it, they cut the water off. You flood, they cut it off. I mean, it's simple math. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really ain't that difficult. So I'm sitting there and it's like, it is what it is. Like, I got to the point where when they would do stuff in retaliation of something that I did, I respected it. All is fair. You know what I'm saying? They weren't breaking my neck. They wasn't starving me. Well, they would bring me my trays late, but they still fed me. All is fair in love and war, right? So let me show y'all what I got. This is a gold toe. Now, of course, it's not the Marc Jacobs, but look how cute it is. I love gold. Like, hold up. Yes, it eased down. Like, look how cute this purse is. That's how excited I was. I'm already using it. Like, I got my camera here. My wallet. Orange is my favorite color, by the way. I'm about to get on my boyfriend nerves with this fan. And I got me some lash glue, this is by Sassy. I don't even know who that is, but I just needed some lash glue. And then I got this loose deep Cambodian bundles. I got 22, 18, 20. And I'm probably gonna do me a sew-in with the flip over, you know, with the front out. I got this for not my next hairdo, but the hairdo after that. Cause I think I'm gonna just go ahead and do me some plaits since I'm in the mood. So they cut the water off in my cell, and I get to the point where I need to use the bathroom. Now, there's water in my toilet, but I can't flush it because the water's off. So you press it, it's not gonna flush. I done did number 1 in it. I mean, it's number 1, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go. But now it got to the point where I had to go number 2. It was going on 24 hours that my water was off in my cell. It was cut off late evening of one day, and then here we is like the next morning, and the water is still off. I couldn't brush my teeth, I couldn't wash my face, nothing. So I'm in a stank mouth, crust in my eyes and everything. But now I gotta go number 2, and I'm not finna go number 2 in this toilet. Can't leave out, so I gotta eat in the cell. Like, I got to just sit here, read, sleep. I'm not finna be, I don't care if it's mine. I know a lot of people feel like they stuff smell like roses. I don't feel that way. Okay, I'm in the bathroom with me when I'm doing what I need to do. I don't feel that way. I'm not finna sit up under that. I'm holding it and holding it and holding it and holding it and holding it. Everything is about to fail me. I went to the bathroom so many times, and you know how hard it is to do number 1 and not do number 2 when you have to do number 2. So I'm in there like, using the bathroom. I'm hitting the intercom and I'm like, can y'all turn my water on? Like, I got to go. Like, I got to use the bathroom. Like, can you turn my water on? Like, I'm bad. Turn my water on. What's wrong with y'all? Some people's ignoring me. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt because the only person that was nasty in the county jail was Officer Smith that I told y'all about. Everybody else was just doing their job, and then they'll be a little mean every now and then, but they weren't nasty. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they didn't believe I had to use the bathroom. They probably thought I was trying to trick them to turn the water on so I could keep flooding the cell. So at this point, I'm like, okay, I have to do something so that they come and handcuff me and take me down to booking, because booking has its toilets in the booking cell. I know the water on down there. I have to do something so that I can get in trouble and go down to booking. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? I can't flood the cell. I'm screaming, I'm hollering, I'm on the bar, shaking it like a mad woman, screaming. I don't know if you could turn the intercom off, but I'm sure they wasn't listening to my intercom no more. So I'm shaking the bars like I'm yanking on them, everything. Nothing. These people is not coming in. They is not coming in this door. They are ignoring me. So I get the stuff that's in my cell. I'm throwing the pads, the tampons, and all my paper. I'm ripping it up, balling it up, throwing it out there, screaming to the top of my lungs. Eventually, they couldn't ignore me anymore. When they came in and they was like, turn around and cuff up. So I'm like, okay, I was calm then. I ain't even met them. I'm like, all right. I really think these people think that I was mentally ill. So anytime I would in trouble, act out, and go downstairs, they assigned me a counselor. He would end up coming in the booking cell, trying to talk to me. I used to be so rude to this man, very disrespectful. I was hurting at that point. I made people miserable who tried to care for me. It wasn't until years into my sentence that I understood me being mean and nasty like that to people was me trying to punish them so that they wouldn't care for me, so that I wouldn't have to worry about if they cared, if they would ever stop caring. That was my defense to keep people away from me, because I don't want to lose that. You know what I'm saying? He still used to come and he stopped trying to pick my brain and be my therapist. And it got to a point where he was all right. So he came in there and he was like, you know, what's going on? I was like, oh, I'm fine. And he was like, why are you showing out? You ended up down here. They told me you was this, that, and the third. So he telling me all the stuff that I just did. And he was like, why are you doing all that? And I was like, this time I'm good. I was like, they turned the water off in my cell, and I was like, I had to use number 2, so I just had to act like that so I could come down here and use the toilet. I was like, I'm good to go. I can go back upstairs now. I was like, I'm good. So that man was like, they did what? So I'm like, yeah. I was like, I flooded the cell. Nah, I told on myself too. So I'm like, I flooded the cell, and they cut my water off so I wouldn't flood the cell no more. And I was like, I kept telling them I had to use the bathroom. They would not turn the water on. And I was like, so I started acting crazy, and I trashed the day room from the cell. And he was like, they cut your water off. I was like, yeah. And he was like, how long your water been off? And I told him when they cut it off, and he was like, give me a second, I'll be back. So he knocked on the door, he go out. He was gone for probably like 10 minutes, maybe. He comes back in the cell, and he was like, I'm so sorry that they did that. And I was like, you know, I'm like, it is what it is. He was like, no, it's not what it is. It's inhumane for them to turn the water off in your cell. He was like, they cannot do that. And he was like, that will never happen again. And he was mad. Like, he was pissed off. I was like, well, you did flood the cell. He was like, it does not matter. They have protocols and they have policy on how they're supposed to act when the inmate is acting out. He was like, but cutting off the water is never the option. And when I tell you that never happened again, I done flooded that cell plenty of times after that. They ain't never cut that water off. And then I learned that, oh, I went back upstairs. I was flooding the cell just to see if they turned it off so I could be like, that's inhumane. They did not turn my water off. I'm not gonna say that's the first time I seen somebody cared about me while I was locked up. That's the first time I allowed myself to recognize it, because looking back, them people ain't break me in half. So that shows they had some type of care. This vlog is already 6 days long, but I am going to add this at the end of this video. I do see in my comments, which I love from the bottom of my heart. I really do. It can make me emotional right now. I do see the amount of support and love and the well wishes in my comments, and thank y'all so much. But I also see the amount of people who message me in my comments and they're like, oh, you know, I'm going through this, I'm going through that, and thank you for sharing your story because it helps me, and this, that, and the third. It hurts my heart so bad, but I don't see all of my comments. And I don't ever want it to be where somebody is in my comments and they're expressing themselves to me, or they're telling me what they're going through and I missed that comment. I don't want that to happen. So you are more than welcome to leave those in the comments, because my A1 Day Ones is, baby, they be in there giving out encouragement and everything. Shout out to y'all. So you can still leave that in there. I'm not telling you not to. You still can leave that in there. But for personalized messages, especially if it's something that you really do want me to see, I suggest that you message me on Instagram. I check all of my DMs on Instagram. Instagram is the only platform that I check all of my messages. Not on Snapchat. Well, sometimes on Snapchat. Not Facebook. You message me on Facebook, you really gonna be talking to yourself. Really. Because Messenger gets crazy. Not on TikTok. Instagram is the one platform that I make sure to respond to every single message. And it's because I love y'all, because y'all love me. And I know the people who are messaging me on Instagram are coming from YouTube, because I feel that every message I get on IG is from somebody who came from YouTube. And baby, I'm going to make time for y'all. So if you ever want to talk to me directly, DM me on IG. You don't got to follow me. You don't got to do all that. You can send me a message, okay? Y'all to the moon and back. Be encouraged, and hopefully this was a story that was not sad, because my last couple stories been sad. So hopefully this wasn't a sad story, and I will see y'all in the next.